Kenyan market. So, ladies and gentlemen, allow us to now move on to the next conversation, and I'll usher in our Managing Director, Ms. Mary Mulili, to take us through this conversation. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Catherine. And again, good morning to our audience. I know we've learned quite a bit. Personally, I've really learned a lot. And I mean, these are conversations we have to keep on breaking down to our customers. And particularly for me, and also just coming to this subject of the African Continental Free Trade Area. One thing that Andrew has demonstrated is that e-teams will enable people to do record keeping. And if you look at the challenges of SMEs as we know them, and from where we sit as a bank, record keeping is normally a challenge. And even we are trying to address the issues of solutions for financing, that can't stop. It's not even about the ability to pay. It's the issue of record keeping. And I think with e-teams, for our audience and SMEs, this would really help. I know we've heard about the buzzword after. That is the African Continental Free Trade Area. And this came to life in March 2018 when the African Union signed it and made this by far the largest trade area in the world. And let's look at the numbers. If you look at the numbers of what we are calling the African Free Trade Continental Area, is that we have 54 countries that are participating. If you look at the combined GDP of these countries, it's 3.4 trillion. Those are 3.4 trillion worth of opportunities and 54 countries. If you look at the companies, and they're just looking at one of the reports that was done in 2021, there were about 62 million companies represented within this area. Again, coming to Kenya and looking at how the businesses are organized, over 70% of the businesses are SMEs. Looking at the bank, from where we sit and how we are coming to support this, we committed a line of $6 billion across the continent and our markets to support or facilitate SMEs in doing business in Africa. We've also gone further to work with AfriExim in terms of integrating in the payment platform, PAPS. So at least to ensure that you facilitate the payments for our customers within this area. And the loans that we are looking for Kenya, yes, I've talked about the group is $6 billion. For Kenya, the line that we have to support SMEs is $57 million. Okay? Maybe I need to repeat that number again. $57 million. And we are looking at sectors that are really driving these conversations in the continent. We are looking at MSMEs and SMEs in agro-processing. We are also looking at SMEs in pharmaceuticals. We are looking at MSMEs in logistics. And we are also looking at MSMEs in automotive. Because for us to be able to achieve this objective of trading within Africa, we need to ensure there's free flow of goods and services. On top of that, we've also brought on board other partners to help de-risk the MSMEs and SMEs, and we've added more facilities. One key is with African Guarantee Fund. We actually signed a group-wide agreement just last week on Monday, just to ensure that we are serving our SMEs within this region. So how much money are we giving to MSMEs? And I know most of the people in the audience would want to know. And we are availing loans of working capital loans of up to $150,000 per SME within those sectors. And like I said, we are ready. And how we've broken the consumption of these funds is within this year alone. Of course, with your support, we need to ensure that we drive the full utilizations of the amounts that I've talked about. So the loans that we are talking about cut across from short-term kind of loans to asset financing and to overdraft facilities. And they are ranging to periods of up to 4 years as well. So feel free to contact any of us and also our branch teams in terms of these facilities that we are looking at. This conversation again, looking at, again, enabling trade within Africa. One of the key things that we are driving is also to ensure that we open market access. We're in 20 countries in Africa, and for any SME that is looking either to integrate with any entity or buyer within the areas that we are in, we are really, really open and would be of support to you to open those conversations on your behalf. Because when you do business, we also do business. And we want to see these MSMEs like Andrew and Sandeep actually said. We want to see you grow from a micro SME to an SME to a large company, because we know the role that you play in terms of creating employment in our economies. So I'll stop there, Catherine, and just open up for any questions from the audience and the key areas that the audience would be keen to be highlighted from our end.
Okay, so thank you very much, Mary, for highlighting what support UBA Bank in Kenya has for SMEs within the Kenyan market. Just a question, what are the key factors that will determine the success of SMEs in leveraging these opportunities? As a bank, what are some of these key items that we are looking at to determine the success of SMEs in taking up these opportunities that we have as a bank? As a bank, what are we looking at?
Okay.
Yes.
I would say information and knowledge is power. For us, first, even opening that avenue to let our customers know of the opportunities that exist. And let's give an example. Kenya, we are a tea growing country. But in Nigeria, we don't sell tea directly to Nigeria. Tea has to go to London or any other market, gets processed, then it's shipped to Nigeria. So why can't we create direct trades? And because those opportunities are there and we see those opportunities for us. So being a Pan-African bank, we are able to see these opportunities, and it's opportunities that we can be able to open up for our customers. The other key one is on payments. We know when you're trading with all these countries, there's difference in currencies. And before, we've been seeing funds from the country of origin are converted to another currency, then transferred to the final settlement. And of course, there's a lot of charges there and loss in terms of FX. So through these integrations that we are doing, both internally and with PAPs, we'll be able to facilitate these payments for customers. Again, if there's need for treasury, because again, we also organized in terms of global treasury and regional treasuries, we're also able to avail and ensure movement of these funds across the continent. And again, also we have big corporates within our markets that will need part of these inputs from these SMEs from various countries. And again, that is another role we bring or advantage we bring for these customers as well. So I'll urge customers and potential SMEs that are looking to reap into this to really partner with us. And on top of that, we are saying now we also have funding to facilitate this trade across the borders.
Okay, thank you very much, Mary. I think to our audience online, you've heard it's about financial access. It's also about market access, opening opportunities for you. Through Africa, it's about intra-Africa trade, connecting market linkages within the African space. And we are all doing this to ease your access and to grow your businesses from where you are to the next level. I think we have questions coming in, but we'd like to also let you know that we have conversations running online on Twitter. we encourage you to check on hashtag UBA SME opportunities. You can see a lot of conversations in terms of what is available for you, what are the opportunities you can harness for your business. So you can use the hashtag UBA SME opportunities to engage us and to engage into the conversation that is currently ongoing. There is also a second hashtag, UBA AFCA, UBA AFCFTA. So please join into that conversation, share your insights, share your questions, and what kind of support you're looking for from a bank like UBA. So we'll continue the conversation. We are still having streams and questions coming our way. At this moment, we have a question that's coming from, and it's channeled to our tax experts. The question is, which financial institutions are exempt from ETIMS?
Okay, you can go ahead.
The thing is, it's not really the entity that is being exempted from ETIMS. The exemptions from ETIMS are transactions. So you could be an entity, maybe if it's a financial institution, and I've taken a loan, so I'm paying a loan, and there is interest which is being charged on this loan. So that interest expense for purposes of ETIMS would not require an ETIMS receipt for you to be able to actually account for that expense. So it's not really entities, but certain specific transactions. The others are like financial charges. And if that charge is being done, because sometimes when you're processing your loan, then you might be charged some application fee, processing fee, and some such like services or charges. Then in such scenarios, then you would not really need an ETIMS receipt, because it's bundled within the same deduction that is being done on the interest.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
You want to add something?
No, I think that he's covered it. It's just that if the financial institution has any other source of income, then that is still subjected to ETIMS for the institution itself. So it's specified sources, like now interest income is not subjected to ETIMS requirements.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We continue with our conversation, and we are looking forward to have our audience continue engaging us throughout. I think it is because of these partnerships that we run between the various organizations that bring to light some of the important business aspects. And I think Andrew from KRA has rightfully mentioned that using ETIMS is about, making your business efficient. So we are encouraged as a business, as an entrepreneur, that get into ETIMS, get your documents right. And as a bank, we are looking for, businesses that have good record keeping. You need to have your records right, because that's what makes you bankable. That's what makes you investable. I think at this moment, we will be closing our session, and it will be important to also get a few key takeaways and notes from our panelists, certain parting shots that speak to our entrepreneurs across, the audience, things that will help.
Thank you very much for this session. I think what I can say is that emails, and we'll be able to actually support you with this journey to make sure that you comply and grow your business. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. For me, it's to assure you that we are committed to work with SMEs. Like Andrew has rightly said, SMEs play a key role in terms of doing business. And we are not saying that we are looking for the very mature SMEs. We are looking at SMEs across, from this near startups all the way to established SMEs. And we are committed, and we put the money in terms of what we are looking to do to support you with funding, the $57 million, in terms of enabling your payments across the countries, and also giving you market access. So reach out to us, we'll share the email that you can contact us, and let's start the conversations, and let's ensure that we utilize this money to grow our businesses across the borders. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mary, and thank you, panelists. I think we can see that there are questions that are still burning. We see that the topic of tax is quite dear to all our entrepreneurs. And maybe just so that we are not cutting off, our audience, there's one last question that has come in. And we are being asked, are individuals doing business below 5 million eligible for ETIMS?
The simple answer is yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's important to clarify, ETIMS and VAT are not interlinked. ETIMS is really anyone even raising an invoice of 1 shilling, doing business, then you do it through ETIMS. That is the understanding, Andrew, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you very much, our audience and our panelists. I think it has been a very, very insightful morning with discussions, and we encourage that we would like to do more of these, capacity building, create information awareness. If you have any topics to our audience online that you feel you want addressed, you'd like to hear more from the bank, please do channel them to us through our social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, because we are here to, be able to support you in all aspects. It's not just about the money, but there's also the other angles that we are here to enable you with. So please, we encourage you, let us know what are the areas of support that you're looking for, so that we can be able to facilitate these for you. We really do thank you for taking your time to be with us this morning. This is just a start, as has been said by our MD and CEO, Ms. Mary Mulili. This is a start of the many series that we will be holding going forward, and your feedback to us will be very valuable so that we make it interactive, we make it valuable to you. We want to thank you. We want to encourage you to visit any of our UBA branches across the country in Nairobi, Mombasa, and Nakuru. And for any questions, please channel them on our pages. For now, we want to say thank you and wish you all the best as you do your business. Asanteni sana.